Right. Thanks for joining, guys. Good morning, good evening. So we'll start the session, and this is the first class. Okay. I'm sharing my screen. Let me know if you're able to see my screen. You're able to see my screen, right, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine.
Yes.
Thank you, Kushi. Right. So before jumping into the session, okay,
Let me share
1 minute,
this.
just 1 minute. Right. Okay. So yeah, before jumping into the session, there are just not rules, nothing like that. We have to follow a few things, guys, before jumping into the session. We'll discuss about this. Okay. Right. Please be muted. Okay. While discussing the sessions. Okay. While discussing. Okay. So if you have any questions, you can ask me, and you can unmute at any time. It's not like a specific time I'll give you. So you can ask me at any time. You can stop me at any time. Okay. But if you don't have questions, please be muted. Okay. Why? Because it is going to create a disturbance in the recordings and all. Okay. So that kind of issues will be there. So please be muted if you don't have questions. If you have any questions, again, don't hesitate to ask. You can stop me at any point and you can ask. There will be no separate QA session. So like other trainers, they will teach 1 hour and then at last they will give 5-10 minutes time. So it's not like that. I don't want you to keep the doubts in your brain. So the doubt will be a doubt. It will block the okay the session and all. It will block you to understand the other things and all. So whenever you have a doubt, you just stop me and you can ask me the doubt first thing. Okay, and please don't join. Okay, let me yeah. Please don't join with device names. Okay, so I cannot identify who is joining and all. It will be a difficult to me. Like sometimes we can say iPhone, HP, laptop names, phone names, and all will be there. So please don't join with the device name. Still, if you don't know how to rename, just drop your name in the Zoom chat so that I am going to edit it. Okay, so don't worry, guys. So while joining, it will ask you to give you the name. If you don't give any name, what will happen is it is going to take the computer name or phone name. So for me, it will be difficult to identify who is joining and all. So that's why, in case if you don't know how to rename it, just ping me your name. I am going to rename it for you. Okay, I can see one HP in the participants list. So what is your name? HP. Someone joined from the HP laptop. So let me know your name. I'll rename it.
Sai. Sai Kumar.
Sai. Yeah?
Yes.
Is it Sai?
Yes, yes, exactly.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Let me rename it. Yeah. Thank you. So, yeah, guys. So this is the first class, and what we can do before jumping into the class, I'm going to create a document, guys. So it's a Google Doc, so that I'll give you the access to that document directly. Okay, you can able to see the document. Okay, live. So one more thing is, if you want, you can. write the things. Okay, I'm going to provide notes for every concept, clear notes and all, separate notes and all will be there. So if you want, you can, okay, write the notes separately, but don't practice, okay, when we are discussing the things and all. Don't practice parallelly with me, guys. Parallelly with me, don't practice. Just concentrate on the class itself, okay? So if you are practicing, like some people, they will have a habit of like they will keep on practicing parallel in the class itself. So they don't see the screen. Okay, they don't want to concentrate on the subject and all. They blindly follow the screen. Please don't do that. We have enough time. Don't worry, and we'll discuss a lot of things. So I'll also like provide you the recordings once the session is ended. Once the session is finished, I will also provide you the recordings. So you will have the recordings with you. So aram say once you are free, so you can start practicing the things. Okay, I mean to say, if the session is completed like Saturday morning, so you will have a time till Saturday evening. Arams in the sense not next month, next year and all. Okay, so you can start like once the session is completed, you can start practicing the things, guys. Right talks. This is a rough notes, guys. This is an online document, so you will have the access to this. B57, yours is batch 57. Okay, so you'll get a separate notes as well, and this is just a rough notes for the reference. Okay. Right. So yes, guys, thanks for joining. So like tell me, guys, can anyone tell me why we are here today, Saturday morning 7 a.m.? One more thing, guys, I just want to add one more point. This course mainly, okay, deals with the technical things. First thing, of course, you are here to learn the same. And the second thing is, it should improve your confidence and all, guys. It should improve your confidence. Okay. So when and how it will improve your confidence, guys. So if you are keep practicing the things, first point, second point, you should be interactive. So again, most of you are coming from the non-technical background. So when you are coming from the non-technical background, so okay, even IT, from even though you are coming from the technical background, so the subject is new. Okay, so don't worry about it. So what happened is regularly on a daily basis, we will have a stand-up calls in the organization. Okay, daily it will be there, at least 30 minutes of stand-up call will be there. So if you are interactive, we are all friends, guys. For the next 4 months, we are going to okay, uh, like we are going to travel for the next 4 months to learn this subject and all. So we are friends. Why to hesitate to talk? So people sometimes they don't they will hesitate to talk. So please don't hesitate to talk. Why? Because you have to understand the organizational meetings and all, how it will go. Okay, Mrutyunjay, sorry for that. Mrutyunjay, this is a fresh SQL DBA batch. This is not for you, Mrutyunjay.
Okay.
You want to join from the beginning, from the scratch again?
No, 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 no.
Yeah, this is a fresh SQL DBA batch. Like we have already finished it right in the last week for you. So in case if you are looking for Azure SQL, you will get a separate link. Guys, this is not Azure SQL DBA batch. First, initially, SQL DBA will discuss 2.5 months. Once that is finished, we'll jump into Azure SQL. So in case if you are only looking for Azure SQL, just ping me in the WhatsApp. In 2-3 weeks, we'll start Azure SQL. Okay, so you can join in that Azure SQL batch. Okay.
Okay,
This
sure.
is a complete batch, SQL DB with Azure SQL DB. So initially SQL DB will discuss, and then Azure SQL DB will discuss. So like who are working as a SQL DBAs, who are already finished the SQL DBA course, for them Azure SQL DBA separate batch will start. So I'll update you, Mrichinjay. Okay. In
Okay.
case if you want, you can listen. Not an issue for me. Okay. These are the demo
Sure,
classes.
sure.
Not a problem for. Yeah. Okay. You can be in mute. Yeah. Thank you. Right. So why we are? This is very important, guys. For every batch, I'll tell you. So please be interactive. It shouldn't be a broadcasting, like I'm not a radio like kind of thing. I'm not hosting anything. So it shouldn't be a broadcasting. I'm keep on talking like boring kind of things. So don't think like that. It should be an interactive session. That's the my main motto and all. Please, Michinja, you can be in mute. Okay, so that is my main motto, guys. That is my main motto. So please be interactive. I told you right why we need interaction and also from day one onwards you have to attend the stand-up calls in the organization. So if you are not talking here in 17 participants, you have to talk, okay, in the change meetings and all where 50 100 participants also will be there. So please, again, I'm saying interact in the sense no need to okay give any what I can say demos and all on no need to talk lines and lines. Just yes or no, and if you know the answer, you can tell me the answer. Okay, these kind of things, just one word, two words and all. Again, please be interact. This is very important kind of thing, guys. Okay, interaction. I need interaction. See, depends on the cooperation, guys. Like if you are more interactive and if you are keep on practicing and if you are again able to reproduce the things, I'll be very happy. I can teach extra also. Okay, but simply listening and jumping, okay, so it's not going to work out, guys. Fine. So let's straight away, okay, jump into the concept, guys. So we are here today to learn the SQL DBA. What is this, guys? SQL DBA, the course itself, SQL DBA. SQL database administration. SQL database administration, guys. So what is SQL? Okay, we'll also call it as a MS SQL DBA. MS SQL DBA. So MS in the sense Microsoft. Microsoft. Who invented this product, guys? Microsoft. This is your Microsoft SQL Server DBA. Okay, 1 minute, please don't mind. Hello, Sunita. Right. Right. Okay. So MS SQL DBA, guys, Microsoft SQL Server DBA. So Microsoft invented this product generally. So we'll call it as MS SQL DBA. So DBA is a very general word, database administrator. Okay. Database, the process of okay doing the things, database administration. So DBA is very general word. Don't think DBA in the sense SQL DBA. Okay. There are different DBAs, guys. Okay. Database administrator. So we have different okay, we have different databases softwares, guys. So we have SQL DBA, we have Oracle DBA, we have DB2 DBA, we have Mongo DBA, we have Postgres DBA, and we have NoSQL DBA, we have MySQL DBA. Like lot of flavors are there in the SQL, so that will be discussed. So first of all, let's discuss about the SQL Server. What is SQL Server, guys? Can anyone tell me, please? Anything. Just tell me. Give your words. What is SQL Server? What is SQL Server, guys?
SQL Server is a database
Very good. Very good.
to store the data, to retrieve the
Nice.
data, to process the data.
Yes. Very good. Yes. Very good, guys. What about others? Please. Please. I need your contribution. Again, I'm saying it's very important. Please, I need your contribution. So whatever you know, sir, Shanmukh, see, don't call me a sir. Okay. Generally in the IT, remember one thing, guys. In the IT, there is no sir culture. Okay, sir or madam is not there in the IT. Like when HRs are calling you, don't call the HR as madam or sir. Okay, so you can directly call them with the name. Even CEO also will call with the names, guys. Okay, in case sometimes town hall meetings and all will happen, so CEOs and all will participate. So we'll call CEO with the name only. We don't call sir or madam. Okay, so this is one thing. So from the day one onwards, you can call me as Shanmukh. Okay, there is no sir kind of thing. I am not sir. Okay, fine. So the guys, just give me your contribution. What is SQL Server? Tell me anything. Shanmukh SQL Server is a software. Okay, fine. Just tell me that point also. That will be fine. Just give me your contribution. That's it. So what is SQL Server,
Yeah,
guys?
SQL Server is one of the tool where we can store all the data in the form of a tables.
Very good. Very good. Nice. Nice, Tabsum. Okay, so SQL Server, initially, see what is SQL Server, you will get to know at the end of the course. What it will do, you will get to know slowly. But the basic definition, as we are starting with the basics, so let's start with the basic definition. What is SQL Server? SQL Server is a database software which will be used to store the data, okay, to process the data, to retrieve the data. Okay, SQL Server is a database software. Using this, what we can do, guys? Using this, we can store the data, we can process the data, and we can retrieve the data. To store the data, to process the data, to retrieve the data, we'll use SQL Server software, guys. I'll also add one more word called DBMS, RDBMS. So that will be discussed slowly. Okay, database management system, relational database management system. So that will be added. So Shanmukh, this is an RDBMS software, right? Yes. So initially, few people don't know what is RDBMS. So slowly we'll discuss DBMS, RDBMS. Okay, so that will be added, guys. Like the basic simple definition is SQL Server is a database software. Using this software, we can store the data, we can process the data. Okay, using that we should be able to processing in the sense what, Shanmukh? I'll tell you what is meant by processing. And we can, whenever we need, for example, we have 1,000 contacts in our phone book. Okay, we have 1,000 contacts in our phone book, but if you are not able to retrieve, what is the use? Your phone is also a database. You can store it, you can process it, you can retrieve the data. So daily you're working with the databases, guys. Knowingly or unknowingly, daily you're handling the databases, but we don't know that. That's it. Okay, so anything which is storing the data, which is processing the data, which is retrieving the data, any software, so that is called a database software. So SQL Server is also one of them, guys. SQL Server is a database software which will be used to store the data, to process the data, and to retrieve the data. So where we will use this? Where we will use this, guys? Where exactly we'll use this? How it will work? Okay, let's go and check this, guys. Okay, so as it is a year end, so generally year end sales and all will be there. So if you see, for example, I want to buy something. Okay, you want to buy anything, guys. You want to buy maybe a phone or a laptop. Okay, or something you want to buy. So for that, what we will do generally nowadays, we'll use, mostly we'll use the websites only, right? We'll use the websites only. 1 minute, guys, please don't mind. Hello, Ravi. Yeah, Ravi.
Are you there, sir?
Yes, yes, I'm there. I'm there. So this is the first class, right? People are having trouble to join the session, so I'm just guiding them. That's it. Okay. So in between, we'll get the calls. Please don't mind. Right. Fine. So generally, if you want to buy anything, we'll go to either Amazon or we'll go to either Flipkart or we'll use the online portals and all, right? So if I want to buy this Lenovo laptop, so I'll just open that website and I'll simply select the okay product that I want to buy, and then right after that what it will happen, you will just check the product specifications, product details, the cost of the product, so when it will be delivered and how many days it will take. We'll also see the return policies. So before buying anything, generally this is what commonly we'll check, guys. So from where exactly we are getting all this data, guys? So when you open Amazon.in, what happened? What you can see, what interface you can see, guys, on your screen? This is called application. What is this, guys? The whole thing, the whole interface, okay? Whatever you can see on the screen now, the whole thing is an application, guys. This is an application actually. Okay, please don't mind, huh? Getting one more call. Right. Okay. So the interface that you can see on the screen is an application. So what is meant by application, guys, first of all?
Yeah, Shanmugh, I have doubt like what is the difference between a website and an application?
I'll tell you. I'll tell you. Okay. I'll tell you. Yeah. So now tell me, what is an application, guys? What is an application? What is meant by an application, guys? You are using a lot of apps, right? Apps in the sense application, right? You can see like from the morning onwards to send some money, you'll use phone pay application or Google Pay or Cred, like to talk with others. Okay, we'll use WhatsApp or Telegram. Okay, to book something, to buy something, we'll use different applications, right? So what is an application? The general definition. What is an application, guys? Tell me.
Application is .exe file.
Application is
I think application is software where we can install in our system as well, and we can use our application in my system, UPI Pay and Phone Pay and other things.
okay. Very good.
In general, we can say just a software.
Okay, very good. It's a software. Very good. What is the use of it?
Application is a software. It is interface with the user and
Hmm. Very
database.
good. Very good. Very good. Super definition. Okay, so application is nothing but it's a software. Using this application, what we are doing, guys, we are doing a shopping, or we are achieving the things like whatever it is. Either we are doing a shopping, or we are ordering something, or we are booking something, or we are talking with others, or we are sending money. So that is our main goal. So application is a software, okay, which will act as an interface between the user means who is using the application, you are the user, between the user and the database. Guys, if you see here, I just clicked on one product. When I clicked on this product, I can see lot of data related to this product, right? Lot of data. We'll never see the whole data, never ever will see the whole data. The main things we'll see like the price, so the ratings, okay, when it is going to be delivered, return policies, like specifications, only four or five things that we will check generally. But how much data is there? So are we going to read the whole data when you open the page? No, right? So we don't read it. Generally, whatever main things are there, we'll just check that. And from where we are getting this data, guys? From where we are getting this data? In the back end, we will have one database server. So when you are opening an application, when you are clicking on any product, so it is initiating the call to the database, and it is going to the database, and it is searching for this Lenovo product, and once it found, it is showing on your screen. That means the application will act as an interface, the middleman between you in the sense the user who are using the application, between you and the database software, guys. That's what it's an application. Generally, we'll call it as an application. So someone asked, Shanmukh, what is the difference between application and website? Website is also an application. Okay, but website in the sense what it will do? So website in the sense it will have your web servers, application servers, database servers. So one of the component is your application. In the website, the one component is your application. So other than that, you will have your web server. If you see this diagram, you will get a complete idea. If the website has to work properly, all the three layers, all the three tiers has to work properly. So what exactly going to happen when you clicked on any product? Okay, when you are browsing. Okay, so when you clicked on any product, just now we have seen, right? So we just clicked on the Lenovo laptop and we just clicked on that particular product and we are able to see the data. So this is your browser. When you open your browser, when you type www.amazon.in, or in the Google, if you type Amazon, on the top, you can see the link. You will click on that link. When you click on that Amazon link, what will happen? So generally, remember guys, this is very important, very, very important. That's why we'll discuss on in the first session itself. Okay. So when you type the www.amazon.in, what happened exactly, guys? All the applications, not only Amazon, any application, generally it will work based on the three-tier model, guys. Generally it will work based on the three-tier model or three-tier architecture. Three-tier in the sense, three tiers will be there: tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, guys. Okay. So you should know the difference first, then only you're able to talk to the customers. Okay, customers in the sense, those who are giving the project to us. Okay, he's called customer or user. Okay, these are all the regular terminologies that we will use in the day-to-day job, guys. So when you are typing www.amazon.in, a request, a HTTP request will goes to the web server, guys. First, in the three-tier architecture, the first tier will be web server. Okay, so forget about this web server and application server. We are not going to deal with these things, guys. There will be a separate team to handle these two tiers. Okay, so don't worry about it. Right. So it will, when you open a browser, when you just type www.amazon.in, so it will call to the web server in the tier 1. So it will be like IP services front end. So what it will do, it will say for example, when you are calling, if you open your phone book, you are going to call someone, right? So how you will call generally? If the contact is saved, you will go to the phone book, you will search, for example, daddy, you will search in your contact. Okay, once you started searching daddy, you can see the contact on the top. You will click on that contact. You can even call with the daddy's number also, but we have already attached a tag, right? A name we have attached to this number. We cannot remember numbers. Generally one or two numbers or four or five numbers we can remember, but more than that we cannot remember. Okay, there is no use of it also, of course. So you will type daddy, and when you click on daddy, automatically the number associated with that contact, the call will goes to that number. At the same time, when you're getting call from the daddy, so you can see on the screen, you can see the daddy contact name. So but for the daddy backend, there is a number associated. In your phone book daddy will be there, in my phone book daddy will be there. So most of the contacts will have a daddy. So means what it is doing, that phone book, it is converting name into phone number phone number into name. So this is also same, guys. So if you want to connect to Amazon website, or if you want to open Amazon website, you should remember one IP address. But it is very difficult to remember the Amazon IP address or Google IP address or Flipkart IP address or Azure or PhonePe or lot of applications we are using on a regular basis, right? So it's very difficult to remember the IP addresses and all. So using this web server, what it will do, it will convert name into IP, IP into name. So when you just hit the www.amazon.in, the backend IP will be called, and that will call the application server. So once it's just called that application server, what it will do, application server will help you to load this interface. Okay, to load this interface, guys. Which interface? This interface. Okay, whatever you can see now. So this is your interface. So let me close this, and you can see here this interface it will call. But remember one thing, application can never store the data. Whatever you can see, the interface is actually coming from this application servers, guys. Application server will help you to show the data. That's it. It will act as an interface between the user and the database. It will just show you the data. It don't do any other things. Okay, it will redirect the respective. Once you clicked on that Lenovo laptop, why it is opening Lenovo laptop, guys? Why can't it's opening the HP laptop or Dell laptop or Acer laptop or Asus laptop or MacBook? Why it's exactly opening iPhone with the same specifications? How it is going? Like that, how many millions of products are there? When you click on that product, why exactly the same product is opening? In Amazon, millions of products are there. Lakhs of customers are selling their products. So when I click on the gold coin 2 grams, it's going to BRPL 2 grams gold coin. How exactly it is possible? Okay, the data is stored in the backend database, but your application will help you to redirect to that particular record. The one that you can see is called a record in any table, guys. It will be actually stored in the form of record in the backend database. But using the application, I am able to pull that record. So what application will do? Application will act as an interface between user and the database, yes. And it will also help you to pull the records, guys. It will also help you to pull the records. So when I click on this particular Amazon, so you can see the interface. But again, application can never store any type of data. So who will design the application? Developers will design the application, the layout. For example, now year-end is coming. So if Amazon wants to introduce any year-end sale, they are going to change the banner here. Okay, year-end sale started, something sales started, Republic Day sale started, Black Friday sale started. So like that, you can see the interface will be changed temporarily for 5 days or 10 days. Okay, so who is going to do the all the changes to this website? Who is going to do all the changes, guys? Your application team is responsible for that. So they are going to design this application using any softwares, like we have .NET, we have Java, we have PHP, we have HTML. Like using these softwares, they are going to design the application. Right? So once they designed, then they are going to map it to any of the databases, guys. So if you see here in the back end, we have a database software, guys. If you see here in the back end, we have a database software in tier 3. Okay, so whenever you hit any Amazon.in and whenever you select any product, first it will goes to web server, and web server will call the application server, and application will call the database server. And what happened exactly on the database server, guys? I told you right just now, if you just click on the Lenovo laptop, you are able to get the Lenovo laptop only, not Dell or HP. How that is possible? On the database server, when you click on any product, as per the application mechanism, that click will generate a query. That query, it will give it to the database, and on the database, the query will be executed. What is query? I'll tell you. Don't worry, guys. This is the first class. I'll try to simplify as much as I can. So even though you heard some new terminologies, you don't worry at all. We have enough time to discuss every point. Okay. Once you executed any query, generally you will get the results. That results, database server will send it to the application server, and application server will send it to the web server, and web server will send it to the browser. In that way, you can see the data. Total how many actions, guys? 1, okay, 2, 3, and executing the query 4, and again sending back the results to the application server 5. Okay, this is 5, and this is 6. And 7. So when you're clicking on any product or link, what happened, guys? These 7 actions will undergo, guys. That link will undergo for 7 actions: browser to web server to application server to database server. On database, again it will execute the query. The results will come from the database to application to web server to your browser. This is how it will work in the backend, and because of that you are able to see the data, guys. Because of that you are able to see the data. You don't know that, simply you are clicking on the product. But when you are clicking on any product, remember, guys, okay, when you are clicking on any product, what happened? So it will undergo for all the 7 actions very quickly, rapidly, okay, without having any gap. And I'll see, when I click on this 500 grams of gold bar, so silver bar, I'm able to see the data immediately. But it just took 1 second or 2 seconds to open these results. But in the backend, what happened, guys? Exactly all the 7 actions completed, then only Shiva. Yeah, thank you. So then only you're able to see the data on your screen, guys. So why, Shanmukh, why we have to discuss all these things? Because once you started your job, you will show in the teams, in the database team, it will show you your name. Maybe you're in the shift. No one is there. Generally, guys, DBAs, hardly 2-3 people will be there in a shift. Okay, 2-3 means it's a big number actually. Uh, Commonly, like 1-2 people will be there in the shift. Okay, 1-2 people will be there in the shift. You will be alone in the shift. Someone will ping you. Okay, you don't know. You don't know him. He don't know you. Simply, he will check the database team. Anyone is available from the database team. He found you, your name, and he just, so someone, you will get a request from someone, okay, saying that, hey, Farouk, when I'm clicking on this particular product, I'm not able to see the data. Or, hey, Nandakishore, so this is not working. Something is not working. He can see the error related. It is showing some database error. It is showing on his screen. So as it is showing database error, he will immediately ping any DBA guy. So it can be a DBA issue. It can be any other issue. Why? Just now we discussed it, guys. Just now we discussed it. If it has to reach the database server is in the last tier, the last layer, that is. So if it has to reach the last layer, it has to come from all these layers. Okay. So the web server has to work properly. The application server has to work properly. DB server also has to work properly. And the network also has to work properly, guys. If network is not there, how will get the requests, guys? How they are communicating with each other? With the help of network. So all the servers should be up and running, and network also should be up and running. Then only it will reach the database server. And when you get any results, the results also will reach the browser with the help of network. Means how many things are involved here, guys? For example, if we don't have power in the home, or for example, if we don't have power in the room, first we'll check what is the problem here, whether it's not there in that particular room, whether there is an issue with the socket, whether there is an issue with the room, whether there is issue with the whole home, whether there is an issue with the whole building, whether there is an issue with the whole pole, whether there is an issue with the whole street or area or district or city, whatever it is. So lot of things involved, guys. So if power is not coming means we cannot directly blame. So if there is no power in our home, definitely we'll check with others whether power is there or not. Okay, we'll ask others. We'll ask our neighbors power is there or not. If it's not there since long time, we'll ask whether there is an issue with our home or the whole building. There is no power. We'll just cross check with the neighbors. So lot of things involved, right, to get the power directly to your home. In the same way, if something is not working, that can be an application server issue, that can be a web server issue, that can be a DB issue also, that can be a network issue also. So if someone is coming to you and asking, hey, this is not working, from DB side, whatever checks we want to do, we will do it. Still, if you don't find any issues, we'll ask them to check with the Windows team, or if you find any extra information, okay, please, this is related to the application team, please go and check with the application team. So as we are new in the first day, so if someone is pinging like this, so definitely we don't know that, we will worry, oh my God, this is a DB issue, I don't know what to do. It can be a DB issue, it can be some other issue also. You should be here, you should be able to handle that situation. From DB side, whatever issues are there, we'll check it. We cannot directly blame, no, this is not the DB issue. How come you are saying DB issue? As it is showing DB error, do you think they DB issue? You cannot argue with the customers. First, you have to do from our side, before checking with the neighbors, we'll check whether power is there or not properly in our room, in our home. Then only we'll check with the neighbors, right? So in the same way, before asking the user to check with other teams, first from our side, from database side, whether everything is looking good or not, first we have to check, guys. So if everything is looking good from database side, how to check, I'll tell you, don't worry, lot of things we have to check. Slowly you will get to know. So if no issues found from our side, database side, then we have to route it to the respective teams, guys. This is how you have to handle that situation. Okay, so for that purpose, you have to know this three-tier architecture. For every application, generally we'll have this, any application in the sense, don't think only Amazon, Flipkart, PhonePe. These are the applications. In the organization, lot of internal applications will be there. There are different types of applications, guys. Okay, there are different types of applications. What are those? Internal applications, external applications. Okay. Right. Internal means what? For example, if you people are working, mostly people will work, okay, maybe technical or non-technical, somewhere you are working. So sometimes you are going to use small applications to, what I can say, for example, you want to take leave. To apply the leave, you will use one application. You cannot, even though you just took the approval from your higher authority, still you have to apply the leave, right? So to apply the leave, you will use one software. And to book the cab internally in the organization, if you are working, to book the bag, they will give you a link. To book the cab, they will give you a separate link URL. Okay, you have to book the cab, okay, office cab in that application only. You want to see your pay slips and all, again you will use one more application. Okay, so you want to apply something like any expenses and all, you want to apply for that, what I can say, that internet bill and all, if you want to upload, again you will have a separate applications. So internal applications means will be used internally in any company. That can be a HR application, that can be some other applications which will fulfill your requirements. Application in the sense, a software which is fulfilling your requirements, guys. You want to book a cab, you will open one application. You want to send money, your requirement is to send the money. So you'll use one application. And you want to order some food, you will use one application. So like that, depends upon the particular requirement, you are going to use different apps in our regular day-to-day, guys. So internal in the sense, in the organizations only. For example, if you go to SBI Bank, so when you are depositing some money, or when you are withdrawing some money, or when you go for the bank to apply some locker, okay, so internally they will have a separate mechanism, right? That is an internal application. So when they give your customer ID, they can see all the data, your photo, your balance, your transactions, liabilities, everything they can see on your record. But public can see that the data, guys. Public can see that data. No, no. So that the application that they are using is an internal application. Then what is the external application? Net banking, right? Net banking. So you are going to use outside of the organization. If you are using SBI, definitely you will use SBI net banking. So SBI net banking app you will open or link you will open and you will give your customer ID and password and then you will be able to log into the net banking. Still, even though there are internal and external applications, see, in the internal application, that cashier can change your balance by just adding some values. But whereas in the net banking, can you change your balance by adding any values? No, right? So it depends upon the roles and responsibilities of a person. He'll have permissions to do some of the things. He will not have permissions to do some of the things. That's how it is going. So net banking is an external application. It's a public, whereas the bank, the applications that they are using in the bank is an internal application. I'm just giving an example, guys. Just an example I'm saying. So internal application will have a limited access. Those who are working in the bank, and that too, Pune also will work in the bank, but that doesn't mean he can change the bank balance and all, right? Based on their roles and responsibilities, they will have a limited access to the applications. That is your internal application. That's an example. Like that, lot of applications will work on a regular basis, guys. Very, everything that you are using, every software is an application. Every software that is fulfilling your requirements, that is an application, guys. Okay, so in the back end, if you see in the back end, it is using database software, right? So that's why database softwares will call it as a back end databases. Application softwares will call it as a front end applications. Front end means when you open the application, everyone can see that interface. So that is going to act as a front end. Okay, and the databases no one can see, that will be a back end. So back end database softwares, front end applications. That's why we'll call that, using that word, front end applications, back end databases. Any questions, guys, so far, please?
Nothing.
Yes, B, please.
So you said an application is an interface between.
Your voice is too low. If you are far from the mic, can you please talk a little louder?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, a little better now. Yes.
So I was asking that you said an application is an interface between the database and the user, right? But I'm looking at this, I'm looking at the diagram here. I still have a tier one in front. So the tier one, what is that? The web server. Is that the user?
See, it's not the user. It's actually will help you to route your request to the respective application. It's a mechanism, the tier one, which is web server, will help you. See, for example, when you call daddy in your phone book, it will go to your respective, your daddy only. In my phone book also daddy will be there. In others phone book also daddy will be there. But when you call daddy, it will directly go to your daddy's number. Even though I have a daddy phone number in my phone, it will not come to me. Why? So that's how it was linked. The number that was associated with your daddy name is different. My daddy number associated with that particular daddy contact is different. So it will simply, the tier one will help you. We have Flipkart application, we have Amazon, we have Azure, we have some other websites. Why exactly it is going to Amazon when you click on Amazon? So this will help you to point to that respective application. So this is not the user. Users will come from here. Okay, right? This is the, once they started, then this tier one will come into the picture. Will help you to route to the exact website. Once it's just routed to the exact website, then the website page will be loaded using application. Then based on your actions, the data will come using this database software.
So why is the application, not an interface between database and web server.
See, application, just now we discussed the application cannot hold the data, cannot store the data. Application is only responsible to show the data. I told you the interface can never able to load the data, can never able to process the data. To do all these things, we need a separate software called database software. So application will only help you to show the data. Okay. Yeah. Any other questions, guys? Are we good? Guys, again, don't hesitate to ask the questions, please. I'm requesting. Again, see, like you got a chance. Okay, so definitely you can ask any question and don't hesitate whether this is a silly doubt or simple doubt. Everyone came here to know the things only. If I don't know, I'll ask. So if you don't know, you can ask. So don't hesitate if I ask like this. Okay, maybe they will nothing. Why? They will keep all these things in the brain. They don't have enough time to think about themselves. Okay, so you don't worry, don't hesitate, and you can ask any question, guys.
Samuk, I have a question.
Yes, please.
Let's suppose we are requesting anything through the application. So the request will go first a web server or directly on an application server?
See, without web server, you can see the order. Without web server, application will not be loaded, first thing. Application, for example, this is Amazon web servers, Amazon application servers, for example. Like that, we have Flipkart application servers also, right? All are in the public domain, right? So when you are clicking on that particular domain name, how it is exactly pulling the Amazon web servers only? Why it is not going to Flipkart web servers? Why it is not going to Azure web server application servers? Your web server is a kind of a torchlight. It will just project on the respect to application servers, application servers. Okay,
Yes, so
so
it's working like as a domain name system.
correct.
Right.
So first any request has to come in this way only. Okay, first web server, then application server, then database server. So while getting the data from the database, in this way it will come. First database server, then application server, and using the web server, you can see the data on the screen.
Okay, okay.
Fine. Right. So yes, Sunita.
Yes.
Your voice is breaking, Sunita.
Hi.
Any questions, Sunita? Hi. No questions? Are we good?
Sir. Yes.
Your voice is breaking, Sunita. If you have any guys, if you have any questions or if you like hesitate to ask any questions, just you can post it in the Zoom chat, direct messages will be there in the Zoom chat. Okay, you can directly send to me, to the host. Okay, I'm just sending hi. Okay, you can directly send a message, direct message to me, so you can ask the questions in the Zoom chat also in case if you hesitate to ask the question. Okay, so don't worry, guys. And in case Sunita, I'm not able to hear you, just you can post your question in the Zoom chat also if you have any questions. Right. So let's come back to the discussion, guys. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you. So in the backend database server, the people are using different phones. Some people will use iPhone, some people will use Samsung, some people will use Oppo, Vivo, Google, Pixel. So we have different OnePlus, different vendors are there in the phone industry. Like they are going to manufacture it and they are going to sell it. So based on their features, cost, specifications, based on that you are going to use. Okay, you are going to buy a specific phone. Okay, if you want iPhone, you will buy iPhone. If you want Samsung, you will buy Samsung based on your requirements. Okay, some people will see long lasting charging and all, long life of the battery. Some people will see the build quality. Some people will see the application interface like iPhone application interface will be good and build quality also good, but there is a negative point with that iPhone is charging and it won't support lot of applications, a lot of security and all. So this is how it will work. So if I don't worry about that particular applications, no problem. I need a okay, this one iPhone only. I like the interface of iPhone. I like the build quality of iPhone. You can buy the iPhone. I want charging, then people will go for the Samsung. So this is how it will work. Based on my requirements, I am going to choose the phone. Not everyone can buy iPhone. Okay, and iPhone users generally they don't buy the other phones. That's how means you will have a specific requirements. I need this, I need that. So based on that, you are going to choose the phone. So in the same way, backend database also we have different vendors for backend database softwares. Okay, we have different vendors for backend database softwares, guys. We have okay, we have MS SQL, Microsoft SQL Server. We have Oracle. We have MySQL, we have NoSQL, we have Postgres. These are all different database softwares. So which software you have to choose, okay, that will be decided by your client or customer based on their requirement, based on the price, based on the features of any database software that they will choose one database software and they will use it. So Amazon can use MS SQL Server, Amazon in the backend, or it can use okay MySQL, or it can use NoSQL, or it can use Postgres. We don't know what exactly it is using. We can't see the database server right of Amazon. Okay, it's not public. We can just see the Amazon application. So it depends upon their requirements. They can either choose MS SQL, they can either choose Oracle, they can either choose MongoDB, they can either choose MySQL, NoSQL, Postgres, any type of database software they will use in the backend. So if they are using MS SQL, then our work will start, guys. If they are using Oracle, Oracle DBS will take care of it. If they are using MySQL, MySQL DBS will take care of the okay database requests. If they are using NoSQL, NoSQL DBAs are going to take care of the database request. So everyone is DBA only. The general word that we will use is DBA, database administrator. But you can be an MS SQL DBA, you can be an Oracle DBA, you can be a Mongo DBA, you can be a MySQL DBA, you can be a Postgres DBA. So these are all different DBA. So if you see any opening in the Naukri or any job portals, just go through the JD job description. In the job description, they will mention whether it is a MS SQL DBA or Oracle DBA or any other DBA. So based on that, if it is an MS SQL DBA, if they are using Microsoft SQL Server here, now MS SQL DBS, okay, SQL DBA team generally will call it as SQL DB, SQL DB, SQL DB. SQL DB means MS SQL DB only. Okay, right. So SQL DB team will work on it. Like that, one company will support lot of applications. If you see a service-based company, it will have a lot of clients. TCS will support lot of clients. Infosys will support lot of clients. Wipro supports lot of clients. So the clients, some client will ask SQL Server as a backend, some clients will ask Oracle as a backend, some clients will ask MongoDB as a backend, and some clients will ask Postgres also as a backend. So they are able to the organization they will use, if it is service based kind of organization, they will use all type of database softwares. Why? Because of the particular customer requirements. As customer is asking for that particular database, customer in the sense who is giving project to us is called customer. Customer in the sense who is giving project to us is called a customer. So he can choose. If he don't know how to choose, what to choose, again a separate architect team will be there. They are going to help what kind of softwares and all they have to choose, which one is better, feasible, like cost wise, which one is good, right, flexibility wise, which one is good. Everything will be discussed by the architecture, and finally they will finalize one software. Okay, the one database software and all. So other database softwares we are not going to touch. We are going to discuss only the MS SQL DBA, guys. This is how it will work. So the for the whole 2.5 months, first we'll go with the on premises SQL servers. On premises means What is meant by on-premises? On-premises means managing our own servers, building from the scratch. Everything will be controlled by the company itself. That is called on-premises. Example is like if you are feeling hungry, you are going to cook yourself in the home, right? Or mother or wife, anyone is cooking, okay, in the home. Preparing our own food is called on premises. We will only buy the vegetables, we will only buy the things and all that oil, whatever masalas, everything, and we will only cook. That is called on premises. From everything from the scratch, we will only do, that is called on premises. We have another model also. What is the other model, guys? Cloud model. Cloud model in the sense Swiggy, Zomato. Someone will cook for you, you will simply order it. Simply order it. So if you want to eat biryani, you will simply order it. So that they are going to cook for you, you will pay the money and you are going to buy the particular food and then you are going to eat. So that's how it will means kitchen will be somewhere, someone will work for you, someone will establish the things for you. Simply they will give the product to you, you are going to enjoy the product. That is called cloud model. So either you can build the servers by your own using on-premises model, or you can build the servers or the products using cloud model also, that is called Azure. So initially first 2.5 months we'll discuss the on-premises model. 90 generally 70 percentage, okay, in the market we are using the on-premises model. 30 percentage started using the cloud, okay, 30%, 40 percentage I can say started using the cloud. So don't think this on-premises will go, everything will be cloud, nothing like that. Okay, don't think even though Zomato, Swiggy applications are there, everyone stopped cooking and ordering in the application. Don't think like that. So they Swiggy, Zomato, and if you are eating food from outside, definitely there will be some side effects. Okay, definitely there will be a problem health wise. Long term, it's not good. In the same way, giving the whole project to the Microsoft Azure or AWS is also a not good thing, especially like banking applications. They have to store their data somewhere. Banking data is very, very crucial data. If something happened, again, the loss is invisible. I mean to say invisible, or we cannot even imagine also. So that's how it will work. So bank people, they might use cloud services, might be for a few applications, not for the secured applications and all. So even though we have cloud model, don't worry, your on-premises will not go. Maybe the percentage can be decreased. The now currently 60 percentage are using on-premises, 40 percentage are using Azure cloud, Azure or whatever. Mostly Azure cloud only they will use, and that percentage can be in future it can be 50 percentage, in future it can be 40 60 percentage, but it will never go. The on-premises model will be there, and on-premises is the very important model. Okay, that is it is very important, and once you are good in on-premises SQL DBA, then you can easily understand the cloud SQL DBA, guys. That is called Azure SQL. Azure SQL. In the Azure SQL also again we have two models, guys. One is IaaS model, infrastructure as a service. PaaS model, platform as a service. IaaS and a PaaS in the Azure. Okay. So let me clear this. On premises cloud. Okay. On premise means managing our own servers, our own infrastructure. Okay. Managing our own infrastructure. So if you are managing your own infrastructure means you will build, see for this, see how many teams involved here, guys. If you see the diagram, web team is involved, application, sometimes application team itself will take care of the web servers also. Application team involved, database team involved. Even I told you one point, network should be up and running, network team involved. To set up all these things, servers and all, we need one team called Windows team.
Windows team.
Windows team involved, very good, Tabasum. Windows team, see, here itself we have 4 teams. So if the application is up and running in the sense, all 4 teams should be up and running, guys, continuously. So in the same shift, Windows guys will be there in the same shift, application guy will be there in the same shift, network guy will be there in the same shift, DBA guy will be there in the same shift, storage guy also will be there. Storage team, alerting team, monitoring team, these are all different teams, okay, that we will work together in the organization. For every application, these teams are common. Okay, so here also building our own infrastructure means you have to buy the Windows servers, you have to recruit Windows team, you have to recruit application team, you have to recruit DBA team, you have to recruit network team, you have to recruit storage team, you have to recruit monitoring team, alert monitoring team, service desk team. So these are all different teams involved, okay, in maintaining on premises. Whereas cloud model, I told you, right, it's a kind of a Swiggy or Zomato. We don't recruit, we don't cook, we don't buy the things. Simply that the hotel people will buy the things, they will recruit the cook and all, and they are going to cook the food for you, and one guy will be there to deliver the food. So in the cloud also we have two models, IaaS model, infrastructure as a service. And this is PaaS model, platform as a service. So infrastructure as a service in the sense, again, what they will do, they will give the operating system to you. Whatever you want, bro, I am selling operating system. I am selling all the products. Whether you want to buy operating system, only operating system you can buy. Whether you want to buy all the things, you can buy the operating system, you can build the things on your own. So this is also equals to on premises only. So why we are discussing all these things means people are asking Shanmukh, DBA will be there or it will not be there in future. Nothing worry, guys. No need to worry. It will be there. Why? Because even the cloud comes, we have ES model. So some people will choose ES model. Some people will choose PaaS model. What happened in the PaaS model? They will directly give the database. They don't give the SQL server and all. Okay? They don't give the SQL server. They will only give the database. Whatever you want to do, you can do. If you are like using more, it will allocate resources like CPU, storage, IOPS, everything it will allocate. So you can either choose EAS model, you can either choose PaaS model, or you can either choose both models, or you can choose the three models also. Some people, they are managing their infrastructure using on premises. They might use cloud also, cloud EAS also, and they might use PaaS model also, depends upon their requirements. Anyone can, they can use all three, they can use. So we are going to discuss all three. To learn this thing, and this both are same, on premises yes, and this one on premises, both are same, guys. Okay, both are same. So as a DBA, it will be a general view for you whether it's on premises or cloud IaaS. There will be no difference at all. You will have a server, you will log into the server, you will manage the things like how you manage in the on premises model, guys. Is it clear now what we are going to discuss for the next 4 months? So initially we'll discuss this on premises for 2.5 months. Once we are good with the on premises model, then cloud will start. 1.5 month we'll discuss cloud. This is the correct way, guys. First you have to learn on premises. Why? Because the same things will be there in the past, will be extended. So without knowing on premises, if you learn Azure SQL, only Azure SQL, there is no use. Shanuk, I learn only Azure SQL, there is no use. Nowadays people are going for the cloud, so they need migration in the sense you should have experience with the on premises, you should have experience with the cloud. So next 5 years people will go for the migrations only. Still again in the cloud also, nothing to worry, we have IaaS model which is equals to on premises model. So first 2.5 months SQL DBA is main. 90-95 hours of training will be there for SQL DBA. I am going to take care of it. And Azure SQL will be there, 30-35 hours of training. Another trainer is going to take care of it. So total 120 plus hours of training will be there, guys. Clear? Any questions, doubts so far?
Yeah, Shanmukh, I have a doubt.
Yes, please.
Generally, we can able to came to know that on premise, some will ask where the SQL is hosted. It's on premise or Azure. What is the difference between those two?
See, on premises means, I'll tell you once.
Yeah.
SQL hosted in the sense, in the PaaS model, SQL, you are not going to host the SQL server. Okay.
Okay.
So Microsoft is going to take care. It might give you one database from any SQL server. So which SQL server it is, even we don't know that. We cannot even see from which SQL server we are getting. When you connected only database, you can see just a database. You don't see the server name. You don't see other objects like security, databases, always on. You don't see other objects. Okay. In the PaaS model, only database you can connect. Whereas in the ES model, they will give you the platform, they will give you the operating system. On that operating system, you can start installing SQL Server. That's what exactly we'll do in the on-premises also, right?
Yeah.
So Windows team, they are going to install a virtual machine. On top of that, they will create a virtual machine. On top of that, they will install Windows Server. Then we'll connect to the Windows Server. We'll start installing SQL Server. Right?
Okay.
So yeah. So PaaS in the sense buying a specific product like database. Yes, in the sense buying a particular platform, either Windows or Linux or whatever you want, you can buy. And on top of that, whatever you want to install, you can install. Whether SQL Server you want to install, you can install. Oracle you want to install, you can install. Anything you can install. But OS level control will be there in the IaaS model and in the on-premises model. Whereas in the PaaS model, OS level control won't be there.
Okay.
From which Windows server it is coming, from which SQL server it is coming, you don't know in the PaaS model. Only one database they will give you that you can use as a connection for the application, and the data will directly goes from the application to the database.
Okay. Okay. Thank
Questions,
you.
guys? Yeah. So guys, if it is new, if you are not able to understand, nothing to worry, guys. First class, right? So kind of things will be there, but slowly we have a lot of time. Okay, so everything will be discussed slowly with the diagrams and all. Don't worry.
Hello.
Okay. Yes, Madhusudan.
Is Cloud Engineer and Azure SQL DB both are same? Or
No. Cloud engineer is different. Cloud engineer is responsible for infrastructure, the whole servers and all. Okay. Cloud engineer is responsible for that. Azure SQL is responsible. In the cloud, we have a lot of services, guys. The cloud, don't think only Azure SQL is there. Lot of 200 or 250 services, more than that services are there. So cloud engineer is going to take care of the infrastructure, whereas SQL DBA or Azure SQL engineer is going to take care of the particular product in that cloud.
I didn't understand.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, Madhu, tell me.
I didn't understand, sir. Can you please come?
Okay, fine. No issues. See, cloud engineer in the sense in the cloud we have a lot of services. Okay, so let me show you the Azure. Okay, Azure services. Cloud engineer is mainly responsible to build the whole environment from the OS onwards. From the OS level, he can build the whole environment. Okay. Azure, 1 minute, let me show you. Services will be there. Microsoft Azure services in the Azure portal. See, cloud in the sense, see how many services are there. Okay, so you you are going to build the C. You can see cloud services, batch, service fabric, remote app. See, each application will do different things. Each application will do different things. Okay, but here in the particular, see, integration side we have a few applications. Compute side we have few applications. Web and mobile side we have few applications. And all. Don't worry about the terminology. Azure SQL is one product in the cloud. Okay, Azure engineer. Okay, Azure engineer is completely, he is going to take care of the whole infrastructure, building from the scratch. Okay, creating the virtual machines, allocating the resources. That is what a cloud engineer will do. Whereas SQL database will take care of only the database related things. Okay, the transactions and all, the database related issues and all. Only the database related things he's going to take care. He's not going to build any virtual machines. That will be taken care by your Azure engineer or cloud engineer. Okay, Madhu?
That means cloud engineer also able to take the migration from on-premise to
See,
cloud, right?
cloud, why they will do like that, Madhu?
Hmm.
So you
Like,
know that we have a word called migration. Why they will do migration from on-premises to cloud? See, migration in the sense, if it is a OS level migration, they can do. Specific product level migration means only DBS can do. A DBA only, see, Azure infrastructure in the sense, once you set up the whole environment, the responsibility of the cloud engineer is he has to set up the whole environment. Whereas a DBA team, you are going to work on a specific product. So that doesn't mean cloud engineer is able to do the SQL DBA migration, right? SQL database migration and all. So Azure in the sense, the whole, see, you are comparing the interface, the whole infrastructure and with one application. Cloud engineer is going to deal the whole infrastructure. Infrastructure means what? Infrastructure means your operating systems, your virtual machines. These are all comes under infrastructure. A specific product means what? One database. So to install one database or any IaaS model, we need infrastructure. That ground will be prepared by the cloud engineer. Yes, he can do the migration of virtual machines, not SQL databases and all.
okay, sir. And one more
Yeah,
doubt is MySQL is a open source, right? And
yes,
MS SQL is licensed one.
correct.
What is the difference? Why then more the people are going to open source in these days instead of paying more cost in the product?
See, what phone you are using, Madhusudan?
I'm using Androids.
Android phone.
Hmm.
I'm also using Android only. In the Android, we have a lot of this one, right? Vendors, right? Which vendor?
I'm using Poco.
Poco. You are
Hmm.
using Poco phone. I am using Samsung phone. Someone is using Oppo phone. So why means, see, you before buying the phone itself, you are able to like see all the features, specifications, okay? Everything you just checked and then you like that Poco product and then you just bought that product. Even though open source is there, Linux is a open source. Why we are buying Microsoft laptops? Linux is open source, right? We can achieve everything with the Linux, right? Why we are still buying
The
we are
user
paying?
friendly. User friendly.
Right, that's what depends upon for every product. There will be some specifications. There will be some features. So maybe MySQL can't achieve some of the things, or MS SQL can achieve some of the things. Maybe when compared to MySQL, MS SQL is having better high availability features. So because of that, people are using. Otherwise, why they are each SQL Server license cost will be around 3 lakhs to 5 lakhs. SQL Server. For that, you need Windows also. That will be around again 3 to 5 lakhs. Means to maintain one SQL copy, you have to buy for only for the OS and SQL Server. You have to minimum you have to invest 10 lakhs, 8 to 10 lakhs. Apart from the third party softwares, apart from that some other tools. So lot of okay investment for every server. Why still people are using? Because of the features of MS SQL Server. So you just bought a Poco phone, I just bought Samsung phone because of the features, friendliness and all, security and all. So this is also one reason, even though it's open source, still maybe the high availability features are better than the MySQL and the MS SQL.
Okay.
Yeah.
One more question. Is it would AI, yeah, will the AI replaced by a SQL Server in future?
No, no. AI can only, it will not replace. See, AI is not a new thing. The cloud, AI, these things came in the year of 2008 itself. But nowadays, because of Chat GPT and all, it was like more popular. So that doesn't mean it is going to replace everything. Okay, it can replace few things only. Okay, but to do the other things, a DBA should be there. If the log file is full, there are lot of reasons you have to check what is log file and all. I'll tell you in the discussion will be there. Means that is one issue in the SQL Server. So that doesn't mean if you write a code, it is going to take care of it. If you write the code also, okay, if any errors are there in that code, if it is not working as expected, again one person should be there to take care of it, right? So it can maybe the share will be increased. That doesn't mean it is going to nullify the whole environment and all. So Generally, not only in DBA, in every field we have AI, but nothing to worry. That too, we are kind of a safe, guys. Believe me, administration people kind of safe. Why? Because if you go and check in the Chat GPT or any other AI platforms, it will give you the code. Okay, if you want to achieve something, if you ask Chat GPT, it will give you a code. But whereas if you want to shrink the log file, okay, you have to check exactly what is the reason, and based on that reason only you can troubleshoot it. If the server is down, what you can do using some code, okay, if this is down, you have to invoke this, you have to do this, you have to do that, you can write a code. But to make sure that code is working properly, to make sure the whole environment is ready, again, who has to take care? So administration side, like database administration and all, AI is going to show the impact but not major impact. So it's not going to, again, okay, kill our jobs and all. You don't worry about it. Okay, from developer side, it is going to give, out of 10 developers, they might need 2 3 developers only. But DBA side, they can automate few things, few extra things. That doesn't mean they are going to completely kill the DBA jobs or some other jobs. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Fine, guys. Take a break. Come back after 10 15 minutes. Okay, we'll discuss the other things, guys. We'll discuss about the other things like the about the course. Okay, and the lab setup, the recordings, softwares, notes. So what a DBA will do daily. Okay, the day-to-day activities of DBA and all. Okay, so how to practice, how to set up the environment. So what and all things we need, how to prepare for the jobs. Any questions? Like sometimes you will have.
Along in future, going future, we need to learn along Oracle DBA also. That means one more
We need to
DBA.
work with Oracle DBA. We need to work with Oracle DBA.
No, my question is only SQL DBA enough to.
Yes, yes. Only SQL DB is enough, but depends on the organization. The organization, some organizations they will have a, they don't have, majority of the servers are like Oracle servers. Okay, some of them are maybe 80% Oracle, 20% are, imagine I'm just saying 20% are SQL servers. So they don't again recruit one more SQL DBA. Oracle DBA has to take the responsibilities of SQL DBA. In the same way, some organizations 80% of the servers are database servers are SQL servers. 20% or 10% are Oracle. So what they will ask, they might ask you to learn Oracle also to take care of the Oracle DBA things. So it will be like that. So we have to sometimes, again, I'm not saying regularly, as you ask, there is a chance that it's good to learn the other DB technologies, but again, you should be very good in one DB technology completely so that other DB technologies also will follow same pattern. That doesn't mean it's mandatory to learn Oracle, it's mandatory to learn Postgres and all. In IT, there is no mandatory. You can still survive in the job with a single technology. But if you want a good growth, good package, definitely not only on Oracle, you can learn any other technology, okay, which will give you a better, okay, what I can say, growth and all. So the answer is no. If you want to prove, or if you like, if you want to learn a cross DB technologies, you can learn the Oracle also. No one will ask you to learn. Depends on the project you selected, depends on the company you selected, they might ask you.
The experience is going more than many.
Yeah, they might say, see, if you have 15 years experience, if I don't have Oracle servers, do I ask you to learn Madhu? You learn Oracle. If I don't have Oracle service in my project, why I'll ask you to learn Oracle? I might ask you to enhance your skills towards cloud. Madhu, let's go to cloud. We'll establish the things in the cloud. So in that way, I'll ask. That doesn't mean I'll ask Oracle, right? If I'm not using Oracle, why I'll ask you to learn Oracle and all, or Postgres and all. Depends upon the customer company requirements. They might ask you to learn any other technology. It again, it's not mandatory. If you learn, if you have extra, always the asset in the IT is multiple technologies. That is the only asset in the IT. Like how we have gold, how we have lands. Okay, in the same way, if you want to be a good, if you want to achieve a good position like manager kind of thing, always you should have multiple skills, multiple technologies.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. And one more, sir. Is SQL is meant TSQL. We need to learn complete story technically for DBS.
DBAs generally no need to learn the T-SQL. Okay. So as a DBA, we have two teams, guys. Normally in the SQL server, we have two teams. One is developer. Developer is going to take care of the coding part. Like when you clicked on this particular product, I'm able to get the product, right? The same product. So how we are able to get the same product in the back end, we have to write one query for that. So that will be taken care by the application team. The developers, they are going to write the logic. Okay. So developers will write the logic. So that logic will simply implement it. So they can implement using the databases, SQL servers and all. So it's not mandatory to learn the T-SQL. T-SQL is a language. Transact SQL is a language to talk to the databases. So it's not mandatory to learn the T-SQL or programming here in SQL DBA. It's good to have, like in case if you are going more than 10 years of experience, they might expect performance tuning and all from you. So if you know T-SQL, you can tune the queries in a better way. But again, it's not mandatory. Okay, I'm having 12 years of experience. I don't know T-SQL. I'm working since 12 years as a SQL DBA. I don't know T-SQL. Not only me, if you go and check with any SQL DBAs, they don't know T-SQL. If you know T-SQL, why you will work as a DBA? You will simply go for programmer only, right? Developer only. So it's not mandatory. Basic things, whatever you need to achieve the DBA day-to-day activities that we are going to discuss. But you shouldn't be proficient in the T-SQL.
But if you want to do performance tuning, then we need to know about
Yeah, you
T-SQL
can learn
only.
T-SQL. Yeah, you can learn T-SQL. That's what I told you, right? Not for more than 10 years and all.
Nowadays, these 5 years are, I seen in Naukri some
See,
folders, 5 years are they are asking performance.
performance tuning they will ask. Don't think only with the T-SQL you can achieve performance tuning. Lot of other ways to improve the performance of the query or application. That will be discussed. Okay, guys, 5, 6 years, 7 years level performance tuning. Anyhow, we'll discuss. For that, we don't need proficient in T-SQL, Madhu. Okay, just knowledge is enough.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, guys. So I'll be back in 10 minutes, guys. We'll discuss the other things. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Don't hesitate, guys. We'll discuss all the things. Okay. I'll be back in 10 minutes. Take a break and we'll be back.
Okay.
Right, guys. Okay. So that is all about your SQL Server, guys. So SQL Server is a database software, so which will be used as a backend for any application. And using SQL Server, we can store the data, we can process the data, we can retrieve the data, guys. Okay, what is processing and all? Okay, so will be discussed in the coming classes, guys. So where the software will be used, we discuss and duties. So what a DBA will do generally in the organization, what a DBA will do, guys. Okay, so these are some regular activities of a database administrator, guys. Okay, so he is responsible to install and maintain the SQL servers. See, this is what a DBA will do generally in his day-to-day, okay, tasks and all. It includes a lot of terminologies, new terminologies, completely new terminologies, nothing to worry. So we have a complete session for each and every topic. We have a separate session, so we'll discuss. So as a DBA, we are responsible to install the SQL servers. So we don't do it regularly, but we'll do sometimes when customer is asking or any new product, okay, we are supporting, then we have to install the SQL server. So as a DBA, we have to install and we have to maintain the SQL server. So how to install, okay, how to configure the SQL servers, that will be discussed, guys, okay, in the next coming sessions and all. So next is create logins and giving permissions. The last thing, like we discussed about the what I can say, banking application. In the banking application, based on your roles and responsibilities, okay, in the bank, cashier will be there, manager will be there, office attendant will be there, gold loan people will be there, different people, different responsibilities they will do. Just now we discussed an office attendant cannot change your balance, right? Because he don't have permissions to do that. To do that, we need permissions. A cashier or a manager is responsible for that. So cashier and manager will have that permissions to edit the records. Okay, means based on your roles and responsibilities in the project, few people will have a read permissions. Few people will. Sunita,
Sir? Sir.
please be muted. Sunita, if you have any questions.
No, sir. No.
Okay, please be muted. If you don't have any questions, please be muted. Okay, if you have any questions, you can unmute and you can ask me.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah, fine. So based on your roles and responsibilities, few people will have a read permissions, few people will have a, okay, update permissions, insert permissions, like alter permissions and all. So that we have to give permissions to others. Others means those who are accessing the data, those who are responsible to modify the data. For them, we will create a login. Login in the sense one entry to connect to the SQL server, and then based on their roles and responsibilities, we'll give the permissions also. Okay, so that is also taken care by the DBA only. And this is comes under security, guys. As a DBA, you have to provide the security by giving the necessary permissions and by taking necessary actions and all. Next, you have to also provide the safety to the data, not only security. Safety is also a DBA responsibility. Safety and security, these are two. Yes, please. Okay, thank you. So safety and security both are very important responsibilities of any DBA. Any DBA, these two are very important, guys. Safety you have to provide, security you have to provide. Security, how we will provide? By limiting the access, okay, and by applying the updates on a regular basis. So that also will be done by the DBA team. And safety we have to provide. How we have to provide the safety? How we can provide the safety? By taking the regular backups. Suddenly, if the database is corrupted, imagine you are sending money, 1 lakh money using PhonePe application. Suddenly the transaction is failed, but the amount is not credited. So what is the goal of the transaction? What is the life of the transaction? If you're sending 1 lakh rupees to others, either it has to be credited into the recipient's account, or if the transaction is not successful, the amount has to be credited back to your account. So it shouldn't be a partial success like 50,000 will go to their account, 50,000 will be there in your account, nothing like that, right? So for every transaction, there will be a state. So suddenly something happened and this transaction is dropped in between. So if he is not able to go back to the source account, you are going to lose that 1 lakh rupee. You just order something in the Amazon, you just pay the amount, but it's not showing on the orders list. You are not able to track it. The record is gone, deleted. Then where is the safety to the data? Where is the safety to the transaction? So that we can achieve using your backups and all. Suddenly, if something happened to the server, suddenly if something happened to the machine, suddenly if something happened to the database, suddenly if something happened to a table, we should be able to recover, right? To recover that, we need backups. So that's why we'll regularly take the backups. So taking backups, and whenever customers are asking restores, we have to restore. If the database is corrupted, we'll also restore the database. And if any refresh activities, so refresh in the sense what, guys? Let me explain you. For example, in the organization, we will have different types of servers, guys, different types of environments. We can say this is a types of environments. Okay, different types of environments will be there, guys. So here mainly two types, prod and non-prod. We'll also call it as a pre-prod, non-prod or pre-prod. Prod in the sense production environment. Okay, non-prod in the sense non-production environment. Okay, non-production environment, guys. So why we need two environments? Tell me, guys, any idea? What we are going to do with these two environments? What is the
In
use?
production environment, the users are connected, so it becomes some issue. So that's the reason in non-product environment, they will be developed or tested once. If it is working fine, then they will apply the same to the production environment.
Very good, Tapas, very good. So guys, if you see the Amazon website, the application that users are accessing, that is called live application or production environment. The application that the users are accessing currently is called live application. Now the application is live. The Amazon is live. Amazon is not down. Amazon is up and running. It's live, and users are able to do the business. If suddenly something happened to production servers, to make sure this application is up and running, all the web servers, all the application servers, all the database servers, all the network, the whole network and all, everything has to be up and running. If anything is down, you cannot see the application like this. So if the application is down, what is the impact, guys? If any application is down, what is the impact? Tell me.
They have lost the business.
Very good, super. They are going to lose the business, guys. They are going to lose the business. So if the application is down, definitely if Amazon is down for 1 minute, do you think how many sales are there in 1 minute? Okay, how many millions of dollars across the globe Amazon is going to earn in a minute? If Amazon is down for 1 minute, how much loss will be there for the Amazon company? If Flipkart is down for 1 minute, if WhatsApp is stopped for 1 minute, you can imagine the traffic. So application, if the application is down, means business will be down. If it's frequently, if it is a, see, maybe in yearly once or twice, if it's happening, that's fine. But regularly, every day, if the application, if Amazon is down, are you going to order anything in the Amazon, guys? Why? Because there is no safety to your transactions, to your money. How you will order? You are not going to come to Amazon. You will use some other website like Flipkart. So business is going to lose, right? Amazon is going to lose the business credibility, trust. It is going to lose. So the whole business will be down. If the business is down, there will be no jobs. Okay, who are working in the Amazon? Very simple. So every application is like this only. Somewhere in the company, either internal or external applications, they will use somewhere one user or 100 users or 1 million users. Don't know how many users, but every application is a is an important application for us. So from our side again, Shanmukh, even though DBA is responsible, if the other teams are not responsible, again there is a problem. So all the teams has to achieve the high availability, okay, to make sure from their side everything is looking healthy and good. So from the database side, if everything SQL servers are everything is up and running, databases are online. So from our side, it is good. Like that application team, they are going to take care of the application servers and web servers. Windows team will take care of the Windows activities. Network team will take care of that, make sure the network is up and running. So all these things has to be up and running. If suddenly something happened, application will be down. So this is the live application. But if for example, Amazon wants to introduce year-end sales. So this is a live environment, right? Generally, they don't do anything on the live environment directly. Okay, before they want to change something, anything, small app also, anything. If they want to change the this what is this thumbnail from this to this, still they don't directly do it. Okay, first they will test it in the lower environment. What is this, guys? This is called lower environment. Non-prod is also called as a lower environment. The other word is lower environment. The production is also called as a higher environment. Okay, higher environment, lower environment. So if on the production side, if they want to do any change, they don't do directly on the production side. We don't know the behavior of the code, how it will behave in the production servers, we don't know. Very simple example, corona vaccination. So directly, if they invented the vaccination, directly did they give it to public? No, right? So in designing the application, that formula, that particular components, first they tested it on rats, they tested it on monkeys, they tested it on some other animals, they tested it on like clinical trials with a different age group people. Why they are testing all these things, guys? Clinical trials, you know what is the meaning of clinical trials? Clinical trials means you are ready to, okay, give your body for the what I can say, experiments and all. Not exactly ready to give the body, but again, okay, this is also a business across the globe. Okay, so they want to test. Why? Because they want to see their medicine how it is acting on humans. So who is going to take that okay call? It's very dangerous, right? We don't know whether the formula is correct or not, whether any changes in future, any side effects will be there. So they are going to test it, okay, on the humans, right? That is called clinical trials. So some companies, they will pay the money for the clinical trials also. Okay, so that is how it is going to work, guys. So the code that will help you to change some of the things on the higher environment, we don't know how it will behave. To test it, first we will test that code in the lower environment, guys. If they are satisfied, then they are going to change it on the higher environment. So in the lower environment, again, we have different types of servers. We have dev servers, developer servers, we have test servers, we have, okay, UAT servers, and we have QA servers, and especially we have stage servers. Stage is almost equals to a production, guys. Stage is almost equals to a production, means next to the highest one is production servers, and the next one is stage servers, then dev, test, UAT, QA servers. These are all different environments. So like I told you, right, for the corona vaccination, first they will install it on the they will just okay, introduce like they will test with the some molecules, then they will test with the rats, then they will test with the monkeys, then they will test with the human clinical trials. So like that they are going to do in the same way. They are going to first test their logic on the QA servers, UAT servers, test servers, dev servers, stage servers. If any modifications has to be done, they are going to modify it, and the final, the refined code, they are going to implement on the production servers. On the production, there is no testing again, directly implementation. But before implementing on the production, they are going to test on all these environments. But when I can test, guys, when I can test, the application will be always connected to the production only. No one will use the lower environment. There will be no live data in the lower environment. The live data is there in the higher environment. So I want to move the data from this to this. How you can move it? Any option we have?
By
I
taking
want to.
downtime?
Hmm. No, why downtime, Tabassum? I want to just move the data.
Okay.
I want to
Okay,
move
from
the
back,
here.
take the backup and we need to restore.
Ah,
Yeah.
very good, super. So already data is there. You are connected to the Amazon. You gave your details. Something Tabassum record. Tabassum wants to buy an iPhone. So Tabassum is just ordered one iPhone using the production application. This one. So the data is storing in the production database servers. But I want to test the logic. The developers wants to test the logic with the real-time data. But Tabassum record is there in the production environment. Okay. She don't have any entry in the non-production environment. So what we will do? The data is there in the production, but I want to test with the real-time data in the non-production. So what I'll do, I'll take the backup of the production servers. I will restore it into the non-production servers. So when I got the backup, Tabassum record also will come. That will be in the non-production servers. Live data, I can test anything on the Tabassum records or on the customer's data. So to test purpose and all, first I'll do the testing on the lower environments with the live data. For that we need live data. So how we can copy the live data from one environment to another environment, guys, using backup restore. Okay. So generally, if something happened to the database or servers, then also we'll use backup restore. If something want to test in the lower environment, if I want to move the data from higher to lower environment, then also we'll do backup restore. So who will do the backup restore, guys? As a DBA, we have to do the backup restores and all. So regularly we'll take the backups and we have to do the restores. So the process of doing backup and restore from one environment to another environment is called database refresh. Okay, guys, database refresh means the process of taking the backups and restoring in another environment is called database refresh. So if any backup failures are there, if any restore failures are there, that we have to take care, guys. We have to fix it. Jobs maintenance plans. Again, as a DBA, this is our responsibility. So you have to create the jobs maintenance plans and all. What is jobs maintenance plans? These are related to the automation. In each server, on an average, 5 to 10 databases. On an average, you can create thousands of databases, but on an average, 5 to 10 databases will be there. Imagine we'll support 100 servers, 100 into 10 databases, 1000 databases. Imagine in some organizations we'll have 500 servers, 500 into 10 databases, 5000 databases. Just now we discussed, right, for every database we have to take the backup, but is it possible to take the backup of 5000 databases on a regular basis manually?
No.
Not at all, right? So for that purpose, we'll use automation. So using this automation, we can take the backups automatically. It will take we'll write one simple code that is going to, okay, take the backup of all the databases on a regular basis. Every day it will take the backup of all the 5000 databases. To achieve that, we need automation. That automation can be achieved using these two mechanisms called jobs and maintenance plans. Jobs in the sense not SQL DBA job. I mean to say, not the regular job that we are doing. Job in the sense it's a mechanism to automate the things. Maintenance plan is also same like that only. So as a DBA will create jobs and maintenance plans. I'll show you every word that we discussed here. This is just a gist of the things that we will do regularly in the organization. So all the words are new to you, nothing to worry. Okay. We have a plenty of time to discuss, to set up everything. Conferring high availabilities. High availability in the sense what? High availabilities in the sense what, guys? What is meant by high availability?
Always
Forget
available.
about DBA. Just word, the meaning of high availability in the sense we should be always available, right? So why we need the high availability? Why don't we can achieve with the single server? Why we need high availability, guys? Can we achieve high availability with a single server?
No.
Not
If production
possible. Why?
server is
Because
down, then secondary server should to be up and running.
very good. So we cannot achieve high availability with a single database server, guys. Why? Because simple, very simple. Most of you are using dual SIMs, right? In India, especially in India, not in the US and all. So we are using dual SIMs. Why? If we don't have signal in one SIM, at least we'll be reachable in another SIM. If we don't have balance in one SIM, at least we'll have balance in another SIM to make the calls and all. Okay, I can forward the calls. If you don't have signal to a SIM 1, I can forward the calls to SIM 2. You are increasing the high availability. You are increasing your availability chances. If you have only one SIM, if there is no signal to that SIM, if there is no balance, the high availability is like you are limiting the availability. Okay, but for example, you are working in a remote area. You are working in a school in the remote area. If you go to the school like 8 hours, 9 hours, there will be no signal for one SIM. So if you are not reachable for 8 hours, 9 hours, it will be difficult, right? If any emergency is there, if I want to reach, it will be very difficult. So you will have another SIM which is having a proper signal. So based on that, you are going to use two SIMs. So if you are not reachable in one SIM, you can route the calls to the another SIM so that automatically you will start getting calls to second SIM. Means you are increasing your high availability. In the same way, with a single database server, I cannot achieve high availability. There will be an OS issue, there will be a machine issue, there will be a drive issue, there will be a network issue, there will be a disasters like earthquakes, disasters like cyclones, disasters like tsunamis, disasters like fire accidents, disasters like anything, right? So if something happened, if any cyclone came and if the whole data center is gone, where is your 1 lakh rupee order? To whom you will ask, where is my 1 lakh rupee order? I just ordered one laptop, MacBook, so it was gone. Do you think the data will be stored in a single database server and we can achieve high availability with that single database server? Not at all. For that, we need one more database server. So we will have primary servers, we will have secondary servers. If primary is down, secondary will take care of it. That is called high availability, making the application highly available. So that we can achieve using all these techniques, lock shipping, mirroring, replication, clustering, always on. So as a DBA, it's your primary responsibility to achieve the high availabilities using these high availability techniques. Every technology, every word, every solution is a very new, but don't worry. Using lock shipping, we can achieve high availability. Using mirroring, we can achieve high availability. Means we can increase the chances of making the application live. We can increase the chances of making the application live using these techniques. So as a DBA, you have to set up these things. You have to configure these things. You have to monitor these things. You have to troubleshoot these things. You have to maintain these things. Okay, so that will be discussed in the future classes. We have separate classes on HADR, high availability and disaster recovery. These are all 5 HADR techniques we have in the SQL Server. So how to set up, how to configure, what is the architecture, how lock shipping will work, how mirroring will work, how replication will work. These are all very simple words. As we are having a 2 database servers, the data has to be synchronized continuously. So these are all called synchronization techniques, I can say. For example, if you are using your phone and you will log into your phone using Gmail ID. So when you are inserting any data or when you are saving any new contact or when you are typing with your friends, every data will be stored in your Google Drive. The whole data will be stored in your Google Drive. So if you are using the same Gmail ID to register in another device, you are able to recover the whole data, your contacts, your WhatsApp messages. Why? Synchronization is there between your phone and the Google account, Google Drive. So this is also same. These are all different synchronization techniques between your database servers. So how they are going to work will be discussed. Yes, Madhu, please.
Then we need to learn all these 5 techniques for this HA and ER.
Correct. Yes. We need to learn all 5 techniques. Right, guys? So configuring and maintaining high availabilities is our responsibility and it is very important. That's why I just added a lot of stars here. Very important high availabilities. Of your interview or 70% of your interview will be on a high availabilities only. And these are advanced concepts. Yes, Madhu, tell me please.
So what is the difference between backups and restores?
Backup and restore. Very good question. Backup means making a copy. A restore means using a copy. Okay. So you are using for example, you know that there is a very important file, very important file. Okay. Or simple example, just now we discussed, you are using your Gmail ID to register your device. So once you just registered into the phone with your Gmail ID on a regular basis, it will take the backup. Okay, backup is still going on. Now we are discussing, right? Still in your phone, if any new things are there, it will be backed up continuously, provided if you have enough space in your Google Drive. Now you just changed your device. You just did an exchange of the device. So the old Poco phone, you just exchanged with the new Poco phone or some other device, maybe Samsung and all. So the email ID that you gave to register that old device, if you give the same email ID, you are able to recover the whole data. Our recovering process is called that restore. So backup is making a copy, restore in the sense using the copy. Okay, creating the same copy again by using the restore technique. Okay.
So already we have the backup, then why we need to take restore?
See, you are not going to take restore, Maglu. You are going to do the restore. Take is different. You have to do the restore is different. As you are having a backup, that's why you are able to restore, right? If you don't
Yeah.
have a backup, how you are able to restore? If you don't back up the things, contacts, WhatsApp messages to your Google Drive, are you able to restore? What is meant by restore? Restore is nothing but recovering the things. Backup is nothing but making a copy of the things. And daily you don't restore. If there is a need, then daily you are not going to change the device, right? Maybe yearly once or 2 years once, or maybe after 3 years you change your device. So if you have backups, then only you're able to restore, right? If you don't have backups, how you can recover? Very simple. You had a very important land document. You took the Xerox of that particular copy. When you need, like, you are going to give that Xerox copy. Making a Xerox copy is a backup. So when there is a need, you are going to produce that Xerox copy is a recovery. That recovery you can achieve using the restore process. If there is a, see, for example, database is corrupted, your phone is corrupted, suddenly your phone is like, it was damaged, something happened, it was like within the water now, suddenly. Now you are able to, how you are able to recover the data? Definitely you will use the same Gmail ID into the new device, you are able to recover the data, right? But how? How it is restoring, how it is recovering? Because it is taking regular backups, then only it is able to recover. That recovery process is called restoring.
Okay.
Okay, is it clear now the difference between backup and restore?
That's it.
Okay. So configuring high availabilities is our responsibility, guys. Okay, and fixing and troubleshooting regular issues, we will get it. So the regular things and all, we have to work on the regular. Definitely, sometimes the files will be full. Okay, sometimes servers will be down. Sometimes that will not work as expected. Some features will not work as expected. So these are all regular things that we have to work. So in case if any issues are there from the database side, so that we have to take care, we have to fix those issues and all, guys. Okay, as a DBA, that is our main responsibility. As a DBA, that is our main responsibility. In case if any issues are there, we have to troubleshoot the issues, guys. Okay, fixing and troubleshooting the issues. What kind of issues and all, you will get it. We'll be discussing for every topic, different issues will be there. If backup is not working, there might be issue with the disk space. If there is no space in the Google Drive, can you take the backup? No. In the same way, if backups are not working, there might be a permission issue, there might be a space issue, there might be a database issue. So what and all issues, specific topic wise, we'll discuss common issues and all. And tuning the SQL server. So sometimes if server is running slow, if it is not running, okay, if the queries are not running as expected, so what you have to do, you have to tune the SQL server, right? Tuning means, you know the meaning of tuning, right? Tuning in the sense, when we are, okay, tune the radio and all for the proper signal, then we'll get the better audio, right? In the same way, we have to make sure the SQL server is running with the proper configurations and all. So for that, we have to tune it. So like tuning the SQL server and all, how to tune it, what and all recommendations, what are the best settings, best recommended settings and all, configurations and all. So we'll be discussed in the performance tuning, guys. So these are all the regular day-to-day activities of a DBA. Okay, these are all the main activities of a DBA. Other than that, we'll do other things also, but with these are the main activities, okay, of a DBA in the day-to-day job, guys. Any questions here, please?
What is the system configuration we need to
Sorry, Madhu.
System configuration, RAM, hard disk, how much we need to have in the laptop for practicing.
Will be discussed. Yeah, will be discussed.
Okay.
As of now, is it clear, everyone,
Yeah.
guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah,
Clear, clear.
Shanmugh. Clear.
Very good, guys. Thank you. Right. Fine. So you design the activities of a DBA. I'll just take 5 to 10 minutes. I don't take much time, guys. So course duration, guys, it will be around initially as discussed. First, we'll discuss on-premises SQL DBA, which will be for 2.5 months. Saturdays and Sundays, morning 7 to 9:30, evening 7 to 9:30. Time is fixed. This is IST. For US people, we have already discussed it will be Friday. Again, don't confuse, guys. We have people from US also. And so whenever I'm telling the time, I'll tell both IST timings, Indian Standard Timings, EST timings, Eastern Standard Timings. So both timings I'll tell. So Indians and US people, you don't confuse. Okay, as per your message for Indians, for us it will be Saturdays and Sundays, morning and evening, 4 sessions. Saturday morning 7 to 9:30, evening 7 to 9:30. Sunday morning 7 to 9:30, evening 7 to 9:30. All 4 sessions, continuous sessions, not either morning or evening. Both, all 4 sessions you have to attend. Both days, 4 sessions you have to attend continuously for the first 2.5 months for the SQL DBA. For US people and Canada people, it will be like Friday evening, Saturday morning, Saturday evening, Sunday morning. Okay, these are all the 4 sessions. Friday evening, Saturday morning, Saturday evening, Sunday morning. Okay, this is how it will work. So for the first 2.5 months for the SQL DBA, for Azure SQL DBA, we don't have evening sessions. We have only morning sessions, morning, Saturday morning, Sunday morning, 7 to 9 classes will be. For US people, it will be Friday evening, Saturday morning. Okay, these 2 sessions will be there. No. Friday evening, Saturday evening. Friday evening, Saturday evening, Azure SQL DBA sessions will be there. Once this is finished, then only, okay, you have to learn Azure SQL. Duration will be approximately 4 months, guys. No need to wait for the 4 months. You can upload your resume after complete SQL DBA. Means after 2.5 months, I'll tell you how to create the resume, what and all projects you have to include in the resume, how to write the resume. So what and all precautionary steps you have to take care and how to modify your resume. Everything will be discussed. So after 2.5 months itself, you can upload the resume. No need to wait for 4 months. So who can learn this course? Again, if you are a diploma holder or a degree holder, if you're having any diploma or degree, okay, more than that, like graduation, post graduation, anyone can learn. There is no specific group or branch. Pharmacy students can able to enter into IT, medical students can able to enter into IT, biotechnology students, okay, business MBA students, any technology, any stream, valid degree is enough. If you have a, see, if you're trying as a fresher, they might ask you maths degree and all, science degree and all. But once you're experienced, they will just check whether you have a valid degree or not. Degree or diploma, even diploma, that is the shortest way to enter into IT. With the diploma also, you can jump into IT. There are a lot of students, our students, okay, they are doing the job now since 7 8 years with a diploma. So with a valid diploma or degree, you can, any degree, any diploma is fine. So you can jump into the IT. So again, if you have any gap, nothing to worry about the age and all. People with 45 years, 48 years, 50 years also, people are jumping into IT nowadays. It's very common. Even it's not like some others case. Our students with 48, 49. I'm not criticizing anyone. I'm just giving, okay, a kind of what I can say, some boost. Okay, anyone with any age group can enter into the IT. They will check whether you have proper experience or whether you are showing proper experience or not. Okay, so there is no issue with the gap, even though you have 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. If you just put 5 years relevant experience, they will do the BGV, background verification, for that 5 years only. So they don't ask what you did for the last 10 years, why you are not doing any job and all, why you have a 10 years gap. You can tell any reason, no issues, guys. Okay. So anyone can learn this course with a valid degree or diploma. Okay, irrespective of your age group, irrespective of your particular qualification year and all. Yes, Sunita, any questions? Yeah, fine. Sunita, your voice is totally breaking. Sunita, your voice is totally breaking. Sunita, can you type your question in the chat, please?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. So how to practice, guys? So we will have a softwares. Initially, I'll use Oracle VirtualBox. Okay, I'm going to share these softwares with you guys. So using Oracle VirtualBox, we are going to set up the environment. So we'll set up the virtual machines. On top of that, we'll install Windows servers. On top of that, we'll install SQL servers. To install SQL server, we need one platform, guys. That platform is called an operating system. So we'll install Windows Server operating systems like this. Will create VMs, virtual machines, and we'll install one OS on that, and we'll install SQL Server. So I'm not going to show you by using the local laptop. 90% trainers, they will simply install SQL Server in the local laptop. They will show you everything. That's not at all a good practice. From day one onwards, how the environment, the real-time environment will be, the organizational setup will be, okay, the project setup will be, how it will be, like the same kind of environment. You can believe me, if you have resources like RAM and all, you can set up the whole environment in your laptop. We are going to discuss all the SQL DBA concepts. While discussing, while configuring, we are also going to discuss 30 to 40 percentage of the Windows concepts, 10 to 20 percentage of the networking concepts. Very simple, you don't worry, I'll take care of it. So you will also exposure, you will have also exposure to other things. Why? Because you should know how these things and all will work. How Windows team will build the servers, how they are going to install the operating system, how network team will set up the networking and all, how they will assign the IP addresses and all, how they will do the RDP, remote desktop, how they are going to connect to the servers. So you should have an exposure so that you will know. We have to keep on working with other teams also. You should know how the mechanisms of other teams, what Windows team will do, what storage team will do, what network team will do, what application team will do. So with the SQL DBA training, you will also have an exposure. You will also get a chance to learn Windows concepts. Believe me, Windows cluster setup, Active Directory setup, we are going to set up. This has to be done by the Windows team, but I'll show you how to set up and all, so that even you can also set up the same thing in your laptops, guys. Okay, so this is how the environment and all will be. This is how we are going to use the um, this one, guys, for the lab, for the practice and all. What you have to do, you have to make sure, okay, to have a laptop with 8 to 16 GB RAM and 100 GB storage, free space. Okay, right, free space in the drives, and i3 processor, i3 and more. Okay, like i5, i7, i9, anything will work. Minimum i3 is enough. Okay, minimum i3 is enough. So Shanmukh, I don't have 8 GB RAM. Is it a problem? No problem. You have 4 GB RAM, you can practice 50% of the course. Remaining 50% by that time, after 1 month, you can extend the RAM. You can add extra 4 GB RAM, or you can add extra 8 GB RAM. You can add extra 16 GB RAM. You can extend it. 4 GB RAM will be around 1000 to 1200. 8 GB RAM around will be 1500 to 1600. That's it. So if you buy an extra RAM, if you have already 4 GB RAM, if you buy 8 GB RAM, it will be 12 GB. But before buying, just confirm with me, guys. If it is an old laptop, you have to check the slots, number of slots and all, how many slots are there. So if you want to check now itself, we have an application called CPU Z. CPU, very small application, lightweight, no need to install also. If you click, automatically it will be installed. No need to install specifically, but no need to choose any settings and all. CPU Z will help you to check how many slots are there in your laptop. Each slot generally will have a different types of RAMs, guys. Okay, different types of RAMs like DDR3, DDR4. DDR3 means old one. Old, like if it is a 10, 12 years, 10, 12 years back laptop, DDR3 RAM will be there. 5 years, since 5 years, 6 years and all, if your laptop is 5, 6 years old laptop, then generally we will use um, DDR4 RAM only. So how to check while buying the RAM also? For example, if you want to buy the RAM in the browser, this one in the Amazon, see, you will have different RAMs, DDR3 RAM. Okay, for PC, this is how it will be, 800 and all, 8 GB RAM, DDR3. Okay, and Samsung, And you can see in this RAMs, Samsung is a good company, Transcend is a good company, Kingston is a good company, Crucial is a good company. So you can also you can buy, you can also insert it. No need to go to any hardware shop and all. It's very easy. I'll help you in case if you want to extend your RAM and all. You can just buy once the product is delivered. Just call me. I'm going to tell you how to set up the RAM. If you are having any doubt, if it is a new laptop and all, go to any hardware shop. They are going to add the extra RAM and also the RAM will vary from extra RAM. In case if you're having 4 GB, you have to add extra 4 GB or 8 GB RAM, okay, to extend your RAM. But minimum 8 to 16 GB is important for us to practice all the concepts. Okay, with 4 GB, I cannot practice all the concepts. I can practice maybe log shipping mirroring. I cannot practice replication. I can even practice replication also. Mainly Windows cluster, always on, you cannot practice. Both are very important concepts. But again, okay, with 4 GB RAM, it shouldn't be a real-time kind of environment. Okay, so very difficult to manage. So try to extend. Initially not required, but after 1 month, okay, you can. Yes, Gayatri, the session will be available after the record. After the session also, the recording will be available after the session. Okay, guys, clear? Any questions here related to the resources? Any questions, guys? If you're having 8 GB, that's fine, but you will have you will feel some slowness. Try to extend it to at least one more 8 GB. You can add it. While adding, just check whether it's a DDR3 RAM or DDR4. How many slots are there? Slot 1, slot 2. You can see here. Okay, slot 1, DDR4, crucial RAM around 8 GB. Slot 2. Like if you install this application, CPU Z. Okay, what is that application, guys? I'll just add it here. CPU Z. Okay. If you just install this application, it will tell you how many slots are there, what is the capacity of each slot. Like sometimes if 8 GB RAM is there, 4 GB one slot, 4 GB one slot they will give. So what you have to do? In slot 1, 4 GB is there, in slot 2, 4 GB is there. You have to remove one slot, 4 GB, you have to add 8 GB so that it will be 12 GB. So you are going to waste 4 GB, that 4 GB RAM you can give it to others also. No need to waste. Clear, guys? Any questions, please, here? Any questions, guys?
Till now, I'm clear.
Okay, very good. Okay, fine, very good, guys. Now, let me go back to this. Hmm. Lab setup, prerequisites for setting up the lab will be discussed, and softwares and all I'm going to provide. And the meeting software, we'll generally use Zoom meeting, guys. 7 o'clock, the meeting link will open. Try to join as early as possible. I don't want to lose 10 minutes for every session. So, but I'll give you a buffer time. That doesn't mean, okay, I'm giving a chance to attend at 7:10. Okay, just a buffer time. Use that as a buffer time. So if participants are there, I'll start exactly at 7:05. But generally, don't wait till 7:05, 7:10 and all. Please try to join exactly at 7, guys. Every session will be recorded, and I'm going to create a separate Google Drive account. I'll upload the recordings to the Google Drive. I'll give you a lifetime access to you for the registered students. So you will get access to the recordings directly to your Google Drive, okay, so that you can watch it in your Google Drive. You cannot download the videos. Lifetime view access will be there. Material and all, softwares and all you can download. Doubts and exercises as discussed at any time. You can stop me. You can ask me. Don't hesitate to ask any kind of doubt. I'm ready to tell. I'm even very basics, 90%, I mean to say 70% of them are like non-technical. So what is RAM, what is ROM, what it will do, what is CPU, that also will be discussed slowly one by one. So nothing to worry, guys. But still, if you feel you stuck at any point, okay, you can ping me in the WhatsApp, okay, with the screenshot and all. If I feel that we have already discussed that point, straight away I'll tell you, please go and watch the recordings. We have already discussed at this point. If you are getting a new error, definitely I'm going to help you. But again, it's not like I'm paying the money. I'll keep on asking Shanmukh. No problem, you can ask me. But before asking me, go and do the search. Just Google it first. Why? Because I told you, right, IT people are smart enough to use Google and the online resources. That is the only difference between a non-IT and IT. You should improve your technical skills. Once this course is done, you are going to join as a 5 years experienced, 6 years experienced guy. That time you cannot ask me, right? You should know how to troubleshoot. You should know how to browse. You should know how to fix the issues. Just Google it first if any issue is there. Just Google it. If you are not able to fix, come back to me. I'll be there. But simply if this issue comes to Shanmukh, I'm getting this error. Just Google it. Why? Because learning the subject with errors is always a good thing. If you are getting the same error in the organization, you will not stuck. You know how to troubleshoot it. So always Google it. You will learn also extra one, two things extra also. You will be habituated to the terminology and all. So first thing is, if any errors, any issues are there, your first source is your recordings, whether we discuss. Why? Because common errors, common things while setting up, that will be discussed in the class. So first go through the recordings. Second, if you are not able to find the solution, Google it so that you will be habituated what kind of terminologies, what kind of phrases, what kind of what I can say that prompts you have to use. You will be habituated easily so that you can use the same knowledge in the real time. So finally, if nothing is working, come back to me. I'll be there. Just send me a screenshot. Okay, I'll help you. So doubts, that's how live classes you can ask at any time. And while setting up, while practicing the things, if you have any doubts and all, you can just reach out to me. Exercises for every topic. I'll give you the exercises. Exercises will improve your searching skills first thing. And these are the exercises that we will generally face the issues in the organization. I'll give you the assignments. Whether you want to do, you want to skip, that's your wish. If you do the exercises and all, that will help you to clear the interviews. The same interview questions I'll give as an assignments. Okay, some of the tricky interview questions I'll give as an assignments, that you have to Google it and you have to complete the exercises and all. Exercise. Speaker series. In every batch, we will invite a few speakers. Speakers in the sense, previous batch students who got the job, how he struggled, what kind of practice he did, what kind of interviews he faced, how many interviews he faced, what kind of interview questions he faced. So one or two students from previous batch who are succeeded, they will come and they will give you one session at the end of the course. One HR will come. She is going to explain the HR related things. Okay, like PF and all, PF challenges and all. And one team lead or manager I'll invite. He is going to explain how he is going to scrutiny the resumes, what kind of things he'll look into it while taking the interviews. Okay, right. In the project, how what kind of mistakes fake people will do, how to ignore that, how to avoid those things and all, that will be discussed by one team lead or manager. So these are like up to five people, depends upon their availability. I'll call them. They are going to give you their valuable suggestions and all. This is your speaker series. Azure SQL DBA. Once SQL DBA is completed, Azure SQL DBA will start. So this will be for next 1.5 months as discussed earlier. What kind of certification, Sanmukh? This course is meant for which certification? DP 300, Data Protection 300 for SQL DBA and Azure SQL DBA. You can do DP 300, guys. Okay, so generally they might ask, it's not mandatory to have certification. It's good to have the certification. If anyone is asking, do you have certification? Tell them we have DP 300 certification and all, and come back to me. I'll help you. Okay, how to clear the DP 300 certification and all. Right. Job preparation. What we have to do after the course will be discussed. How to get the job, how to market your resume, how to build your career after getting the job. Like all these things will be discussed slowly in the classes. And you know, right, my channel YouTube, like we have SOS University in the YouTube. You can just go and check SOS University. We have lot of playlists in the SOS University. There you can see different playlists. Okay, SOS University Society of Software Engineers. So under that we have, this is our channel, and under that we have videos, we have playlists. You can just go and check the previous playlists and all. You can see batch 56, batch 55, The other batches also you can see. Don't think I'll upload all the videos in the YouTube. Just 15 to 20% of the course I'll upload in the YouTube, guys. Okay, remaining you can't see the advanced concepts and all. You cannot see in the YouTube. You have to either join the live classes and all. Right. Okay. So and the next one is the last one. Yeah, this form I'll give you in the evening session, guys. So don't worry, you have to fill this form. Just contact normal details and all, nothing to worry. And how much package you can expect, guys? It will be always multiples of 2 lakhs for 1 year, 2 to 2.5 lakhs you can expect for 1 year, 2 to 2.5 lakhs. 2 years, 4 to 5 lakhs. 3 years, 6 to 7 lakhs. 4 years, 8 to 10 lakhs. 5 years, 9 to 12 lakhs. This is the standard packages. Maybe you can expect 13, 14, 15 also, but depends upon their project, their requirements, their urgency and all. You can even expect up to 15 lakhs for 5 years. 6 years, anywhere between 15 to 18 lakhs you can expect. 7 years, anywhere between 18 to 20 lakhs you can expect. 7, 8 years, 20, 21 lakhs, 22 lakhs also you can expect. For US people, generally it will be an hour based, right? So 55 to $60 per hour you can expect, and annually it will be 90K to 100K or 105K you can expect. And one of the student till now he got the job with 125K. The other students also got better packages, but like he just came back to me and he just shared his like all these things and all, like he's happy with that package and all. So 125K also we can expect. Okay, 125K also we can expect, especially for US people, for 4 years, 5 years kind of experience. This training, okay, again, 10 years people also will do the same thing what we are discussing in this training, guys. Only thing, if it is more than 8 years, 7 years and all, you have to learn advanced performance tuning. But at this stage, not required. 5, 6, 7 years, you can easily go with our experience, with our training. It will be like you can manage by your own. Okay, you can give your own interviews. Even after getting the job also, you can do the job alone without taking any support. That's my guarantee. Okay, so these are the things, okay, guys, you have to keep in mind. And I hope you have my number. If you don't have my number, this is my number. Okay, I'm just posting in the chat, Zoom chat, and you can just ping me in case if you just directly came from the YouTube or from other, okay, forward messages and all. You can just ping me, myself, Shanmukh. Okay, I'm having a 12 years of IT experience. Since 12 years I'm working as a SQL DBA in an MNC company, guys. And I'm from Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh, and I'm working in Bangalore. So this is all about me, guys. That's it for now. And we can connect in the evening with the same link, guys. No need to like wait for the another link and all. You can use the same link until further communication. Okay. Save the link. Connect in the evening at 7 p.m. IST. For US people, tomorrow morning 8:30 a.m. EST. Okay, guys. Questions, doubts, please.
Yes, Shanmugh. About DP300, do we need to appear by physically, or it's going to be online itself? How it's going to be processed?
So there are two ways. Okay, you can either go to Pearson location, Microsoft View services. Physically, if you want, you can go. Okay, depends upon the location. Hyderabad, Bangalore, and all examination centers are there. If you want, you can attend online also. So both options are there, either offline or online.
Okay, okay, all right. Thank you very much.
How much is
Yeah.
the cost for certification?
For examination DP300, the examination cost itself $165 for US people. For Indians, it will be 5,600 plus GST. It gets 4,800 plus GST.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not going to take that money, guys. You have to pay directly to the Microsoft. Okay. People will think that I'm going to take it. You can directly go to Microsoft website. There itself, you can pay and you can schedule
Sir,
your
I have a
exam. Two
question.
attempts will be there. Two attempts will be there. If you failed in one attempt, you will get a chance in the second attempt also. And you can make use of the dumps and all. You can just clear it.
2
So,
attempts for one-time
if
payment.
Sorry,
2 attempts for one-time payment, right?
what time?
If you pay
Not
pay
get.
for the payment one time,
Only one
then
time, only one time. Yes, yes, only one time, two chances you will get it.
okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So
Sir,
about
I have a
clearing the
question.
certification,
Mm.
if someone needs, so are you going to there for help?
I'll be there, but that will be discussed offline.
Okay, okay, all right, all right. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes,
Farooq here.
Farooq. Yeah, tell me why.
Sir, I have gone through the different sites, LinkedIn and other sites which are offering jobs regarding the DBS, and I have found that besides SQL DBA, they are asking for other technologies like ASSIR and like this that are related to MSBI. No, I meant to say that only the DBA will not be required. I think there are other associated technologies that we need to have hands on in that. What do you advise, sir?
Sure. So nowadays, see, earlier we used to have this business analyst tools like SSIS, SSRS, and SSAS, SQL Server Integration Services, SQL Server Reporting Services, SQL Server Analysis Services. But nowadays, they are not using that. They might migrated to Power BI and all. Okay, very less people are using this SSIS, RS, and AS. For DBS, again, it's not mandatory, and we will install the SSIS RSAS as a DBA. That is our limited, okay, what I can say, opportunity on these business analyst tools. So tell them that I know how to install the SSIS RSAS. See, not every company will ask this. Maybe few companies they might ask SSRS and SSIS, but again depends on the project. If you don't have SSRS IS in the project, you will not get chance like hands on. In case if you still feel that that is very important, just learn few like five, hardly 4 or 5 interview questions will be there from SSRS side, IS side. Just prepare those 4 or 5 interview questions and you can just crack it. But this is purely meant for a DBA only. We are not going to discuss like how to build the packages, how to build the reports and all. So in terms of packages, reports, how DBA will be used, that will be discussed. That's it. But like installation side, I'll show you like during the installation of SQL Server, how to install SSIS, how to install SSRSAS also. I'll show you, I'll tell you. Okay, so this is how it will work. But again, it's not mandatory. They might ask you, see, job descriptions, generally it will be like the old job descriptions also. Sometimes they might not even change the JDs also. Nowadays, again, I'm saying people are not using these tools. Much people are not using these tools. So nothing to worry. It's not mandatory to have these skills. But again, just prepare a few interview questions in case if you feel that you are going a good company, they are asking SSRS, just prepare 4 or 5 hardly, not even 4 or 5 also. Okay, just prepare 4 or 5 interview questions on this SSIS, RS, and AS. AS mostly they will not ask. IS, RS, there is a chance they will ask.
Okay, sir. And one another question. Um, Similarly, the companies offer the uh, other experience in database like MySQL, Oracle beside SQL.
Hmm.
What do you
Yes,
advise? It's
that's
a
what.
very
See,
common. This is a very common question, sir. If I go through 10 jobs, around 10 jobs, there will be 6 to 7 jobs. They will be asking for Oracle, MySQL, and
true.
SQL Server jobs.
See,
They
yeah,
need.
true.
Yes, sir.
It's true, but again, Farooq, so that might be an added advantage. But believe me, most of the people out of 10, 8, 9 people are okay, good in a single technology. So even if they are still looking for extra technologies, they don't get the manpower. So that doesn't mean they will stop it. They will recruit the people if you don't know, and they will check whether you are eager to learn the other DB technologies also. If you are really interested, they will give you a chance. Believe me, 80 percentage are with a single technology only still. Not only SQL DB, any technology, you are good with a single technology. So that's not a roadblock for you. So it shouldn't be like you have to learn Oracle. Why? Because there are a lot of DB technologies. What technology you will learn? If you learn Oracle, you might get interview for MySQL. Hey, do you have MS SQL and MySQL experience? So are you going to learn MySQL? Are you going to learn Postgres? So it depends. If in the job if you are appearing for one company, if they are using MySQL, tell them that you are interested to learn MySQL or you started learning MySQL. Just learn basic. You can see in the JD, right? Just learn basic things of MySQL. That will help you. So we
Okay,
don't
sir.
know what is the other DB technology they are using. So learning all the DB technologies, that doesn't give you any kind of a, okay. I mean to say it's extra pressure, time wise, money wise. If you go to any good company, you feel that they're asking of Oracle, just learn basics of Oracle before going to interview.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Sir, will you help us in preparing the LinkedIn profile, sir, at any time, sir?
I will just guide you, but that doesn't mean I'll show you. I'll guide you. I'll give you the tips and all. Okay, how to deal with
Okay.
LinkedIn. We'll discuss at the end of
Okay,
the
sir.
session.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah. Any questions, guys?
Once you got the job, can you do support?
That will be discussed offline. Yes, we have every support. Okay, from like training to settle, like to settle in the job. Every support is there. That will be
Okay.
discussed offline. Yeah.
Okay.
Any other questions, guys? I hope, okay, we discussed most of the things. Still, if you have any questions, you can ping me in the WhatsApp. You can use the same link by today evening, okay? Saturday evening, 7 p.m. IST, we'll discuss, okay? We'll continue the session, guys. Okay, so if you have any questions, just come back to me, guys. Thank you. If you don't have questions, we can wrap it up for now.
Okay, Sharma,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Yes, no questions.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. And if you have any suggestions, also tell me. Don't hesitate. Like the classes are going too fast, too slow. Like just tell me, guys. I know people are from different technologies. They are part of the training, but bear with me, guys. Still, we have a lot of non-technical people. For them, we have to discuss from now, from scratch level. So even though you know what is what and all, if you want, you can add something to the discussion. Otherwise, please bear with me as we are going to discuss from very basics onwards. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you, Sharma.